Well, this is a scene that took the most doing. I think we spent several hours and 2 different days putting this together, and we wanted to get a camera angle as if Mr. Potato Head was looking at me, and this is how it was achieved.
You've got to go there and you've got to ask 1,001 questions. Why are we doing that? What's Alan doing here? Where's the camera?
Leo likes this shot of the...
That's the magic out of focus glitter.
The concept came about from making the club intro, and then I used it to promote Bluebell.
That was one of Alan's magic tricks. And there's young Joan in the garden. Ooh, what have I done?
Why didn't John come to the rescue?
Oh, what have I done? And another thing, I knew that camera and cat would get you into trouble. And you're housebound. And you're housebound. What are we going to do? And how are we going to cope? What about your competition?
This is when you see the importance of cutaways and cut-ins. That lets you manipulate time. This was a scene that didn't make it into the final cut because Leo was really worried about the time.
Bye for now. Much appreciated. Bye-bye now.
That's Alan, the famous Alan shot when all the neighbours were wandering past, thinking he's a bit of a court case.
This potato head. Oh.
Everything fell off except the hat.
Okay.
He's putting rubber gloves on. You think that's easy? You try it. Your hands start to get wet. If it can't go wrong, it goes wrong. But the good thing about it was everything was done with a certain amount of camaraderie, I suppose that's the right word. There was a good feel. We didn't take it too seriously. Things went wrong. Let's do it again. And that's all up to Leo.
Book a bit higher?
The difference between look and book.
No, hang on. The book a bit higher, not the look. Hang on. A bit quicker.
This is one of Leo's favourite shots.
We used 1 million props. It may not be obvious, but they all had to be in exactly the same place on each shooting occasion. It's the one you scrapped completely the day. We did a whole day's work and scrapped it. There was no written script. We had a general idea of what was going to be said. The person's own words were used rather than having a formal script.
And say, how in the world are we going to win this competition if you don't cooperate and start attacking him?
This is a water scene that was shot in 2 days.
Now this was the funniest thing we ever did. None of us could talk. I had a bit of fishing line on the end of a long stick, pulling the hose everywhere.
Keep moving, Alan, that's it. Keep going, Laurie. That's it.
Congratulations.
We just laughed and laughed and laughed. And here's a famous...
Why did we have to use blue screen?
Add a bucket of dry ice and you got a terrific effect. Add a cardboard cutout and you got an even better effect. A lot of these close-ups, they look really nice. And a lot of things, although they're well planned, Leo did a lot of planning to begin with. He had a lot of images in his head. He was really good at picking up what was going to happen on the day. He saw something, yep, we'll do that, and we'll do that again. Hold the torch. Now that wasn't planned, that just happened.
We'll go into all kinds of details as to why some shots or some scenes were used in the editing and some were not used. How the video has a constant feel all the way through it. There's a style to it. And
club stalwart, and one that met with a serious accident at home earlier this year. He's on the road to recovery now, and one that met with a serious accident at home earlier this year. He's on the road to recovery now.
And this is some amazing footage when you see it by itself and then hear it with the sound effects.
Sony Centre, can I help you?
Yes, I'm having a slight problem with my camera.
Before we go any further, can you make sure you're using Sonic tapes?
Dutch tilt makes the shot look interesting. You notice how the framing, the aspect ratio lends itself to that. It's lovely.
This is an opportunity to improve your camera techniques and your video making techniques. We're going to give a full explanation how this award-winning video was put together.
And bring your questions with you. You've got to ask as many questions. 101 questions.
I couldn't have done it without Bluebell.
That's a beautiful line and the look of Alan. Hello.